Bernie. I'm the Vice President of the DASV. A little bit later this evening, you're going to hear far more from me than you wish to. But for right now, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our President, Mr. James Binder, who has a few words of greeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, willkommen, welcome to the 75th anniversary of the Deutsch-Amerikanischer Schützenverein. I want to start by recognizing some of our dignitaries. First, the Honorary Consul of the Federal Republic of Germany, Frederick Hoffmann. The DASV's own Ehren Schützenmajor, Oscar Scheibel. President of the GACC, Marianne Krenzer. President of the Carpathia, Karin Schwabel. President of the DSUV, Hubert Roche. President of the GBU Saxony-Rheingold Choir, Edith Kubland. President of the Kolping Society, Mary Garofalo. President of the Kolping Schützen, Jeff Ewald. German American of the Year, 2013 through 2014, Marlena Voigt. And this will be a surprise. Jim Daniska and Carla Lagadna, founders of the Thompson Group, their Freude Christ. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for being here tonight on our special occasion. You can only do 75 one time, so please, all of you, enjoy yourselves this evening. And don't forget, on the 26th of July, we have Schützenfest out at our facility in Auburn Heights. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. You all now take your seats. I believe we're right on track for dinner to be served. Thank you. We'll be back in a little bit. Liebe Schützen, Brüder und Schwestern, verehrte Gäste, sehr geehrter Herr Honorarkonsul Hoffmann, Freunde aus nah und fern, ich möchte Sie alle im Namen des Vorstandes des Deutsch-Amerikanischen Schützenvereins recht herzlich begrüßen und zum 75-jährigen Jubiläumsfeier willkommen heißen. Thank you. On behalf of the entire DASV, I would like to welcome and thank you one and all for joining us this evening as we mark 75 years of Schützen tradition in Southeast Michigan. Tom, if you would, a little march music, please.
Can we have everybody put your hands together? Here we go.
Mayor. Before we begin with the evening's program, a little treat, if you will. As preparations were ongoing for this evening, I had a conversation with a colleague of mine, actually, regarding the fact that there is such a thing as a Schützen anthem, the Schützenlied. We do have one, it's true. It was written many, many decades ago by one of our founding members, Mr. Robert Tuppett. It's our Schützenlied, and it's something that we sing once a month at our regular membership meetings. We open and close the meeting with that. Something we enjoy very much, but it's something that we never have the opportunity to share with the public, or we never take advantage of the opportunity to share with the public. So in honor of the 75th anniversary, I thought we'd do that tonight. Now, a little disclaimer, and I'm looking at particular people. I see Bundy Klima back there. I know Ada is somewhere here. Those of you more musically inclined, I want you to keep in mind, we shoot guns. We don't shoot, we don't sing. These people here, 90% of them, this is news to them that they're going to be doing that right. So I'm sorry, folks. That said, I always pick on these two individuals in situations like that. I'd like to invite Marianne Krenzer and Heinz Hoffmann. Hello, Heinz. Would you please step to the front of your membership here and lead the Verein in singing the Schützenlied, the first and the third verses. Good luck. I apologize in advance. Thank you once again to all my Schützen comrades here. Thank you for allowing me to put you on the spot like that. That was beautiful. I'm glad we could share that with our public. Herr Mayor, if you will see the dismissing the ranks, and you may all take seats after you are excused by the Schützen Mayor. Thank you.
Dismissed.
Those of you who have not been regulars out at the Schützen House, I'm glad to see you all here. It's always a pleasure to see newer faces. I'm aware that the regulars are represented as well. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Now, as I said, I know the regulars are here because as I was getting up earlier to walk up to the podium, I heard from a table, I'm not going to point, but over on that side of the room, I overheard somebody say, Mensch, die haben Böen in der DASV. I'm sorry, it's true. You're stuck with me once again. But I want you to know, I do take this very seriously. Oh, and also not to worry, I have notes. You'll thank me later. I'll be up here otherwise until God knows when, lecturing you for hours. But as I said, I do take this seriously. I'm always aware of the footsteps that I follow in. Be it the Irish wit of a Denny Hogan, Austrian humor of a Billy Kohlhuber, or the steadfast and always orderly seriousness of that proud son of Ostkreuz, Günther Oldendorf. I'm always inspired by those that came before me. Now I mention this because there's one thing that I always stress when speaking of the Schützen is our connection to the past. In gathering tonight, we're marking just that. We recognize that we are nothing without those that came before us. Tonight, we remember and honor not only the old ways, but the old ones as well. And I thank you for all joining us and helping us do just that. Before we proceed with the meat of the program, I'd like to ask for a few words from one of our honored guests, representing the government of the Federal Republic of Germany, our honorary consul, Mr. Frederick Hoffmann, if you would.
Thank you so much, Ken. I certainly won't hold up the program other than to tell you how proud I am to be here on behalf of the Federal Republic of Germany and the Chancellor and all of the people in Germany in congratulating this organization for its history, its present, and of course its future. As many of you who know me know that I'm honorary consul, which means that I am not a full-time diplomat. I'm what they refer to as good for nothing. So I am here based in Detroit and have been for the last 15 years or so, honored to serve in this role. And one of the great pleasures of that role is to celebrate groups like this as they mark milestones. Last year, I had a group that marked the 125th year in being together in Ann Arbor. And we had a number of groups right in this room that celebrated their 100th anniversary here. And so to be here tonight for a 75th anniversary is a very, very special treat. And I can't tell you how pleased I am that you asked me to be a part of it. One final point that I'd like to leave you on is think about 75 years ago and where the minds were of people who formed this group, and then try to put yourself 75 years ahead and plan to get to that point. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman. In the keepsake program book that you should have received at the door, you'll find a brief overview of the history of the German-American Marksmanship Club, printed for your convenience in both English and German. I encourage you to have a look at that at your leisure, but for now I will share a brief glance at some of the highlights with you, if you would indulge me, please. The German-American Marksmanship Club, the DASV, was founded in January of 1939 in the old Swiss Hall of Detroit. The aim of the organization and its 8 founding members was, and remains today, to provide the opportunity for like-minded individuals to gather, incorporating responsible hunting and shooting and environmental stewardship as well, and this is the important part, as a means to preserve the German language, culture, customs, and traditions, exclusive of any political or religious activities or endeavors. Their goal at the time was to become good citizens of their new home, the United States, and to accept and honor its Constitution as their own. On the 4th of July that same year, that very same year, the first Schützenfest was held at Emil Schulte's park on the banks of the Clinton River in Mount Clemens, where the marksmen had the opportunity to gather together and shoot for the honor of the position of king, as well as his court, a tradition we carry on into this day. The first Schützenkönig crowned was Wilhelm Reinhardt. You'll find his picture actually on the cover of your program books, as well as positioned there at the entry door. Now regretfully, it was 10 years until another Schützenkönig could be crowned, as events overseas affected the club severely, as you might imagine. Our guns were quieted, Many of our club members were called off to the service of their new homeland. Thankfully, as the war came to an end, the ranks were once again filled with returning members. Meanwhile, back in Germany, the Heimat, the need was great, as the DASV was there to assist in relief efforts through the assembly and shipment of care packages. Slowly but surely, the organization was rebuilt, and from then on the last Sunday in July, our Schützenfest was held annually. I should make a note here that history will be made this year. For the first time ever, the date of our Schützenfest has been moved up one day. It will now become a Saturday tradition. So if you're a regular attendee at our Schützenfest, please make a note of that. Try to pay attention to the advertisements that will surely be out there. But we will be meeting for our annual Schützenfest this year, the 26th of July, a Saturday. A King's Ball was instituted every following October to honor the recipient of the King's Trophy. The Wanderpokal Trophy shoot against our friends the Kolpingschützen was and remains a brisk-spirited competition. In the winter, our Schützen gathered to shoot in the basement of some of its members. That's a tradition also we carry on today, but now in the lower level of our clubhouse. On New Year's Eve of 1965, our president, Max Kirstein, passed away unexpectedly and suddenly. In his honor, a traveling trophy, the Max Kirstein Pokal, was dedicated. Prior to 1968, the Schützen did not have a permanent home. This changed when the DASV entered into an agreement with the Greater Beneficial Union District 701 to merge. Through this union, the DASV acquired the Schützen House in the adjacent Schützen Park. That property remains our home to this day. May of '73 saw the founding of a ladies' auxiliary. The gates of the boys' club finally cracked just a bit. And before too long, ultimately women were granted full membership rights and permission to shoot in prize shooting events. Today, we, the DASV, are affiliated with the Michigan United Conservation Clubs. Additionally, the club is a member of the German American Cultural Center, the GACC. Also, we are proud of our clubhouse and park. We host a variety of annual events there. For brevity's sake, I'll direct you once again to our program book for a more comprehensive look at all of our activities. With the additional notice of our regular participation at the Waldfest of the Austrian Society and GACC's Deutscher Tag, at which we march in uniform and serve as the color guard. You'll find a copy of our schedule on page 27, I believe it to be, of our book. Naturally, we also have designated monthly dates set aside for shooting practice and competitions, be it trophy or prize shoots. There are also friendly competitions, as I mentioned before, with our friends at Kolping and the Brandenburger Schützen of Chicago. We remain very proud of our place in the German community of Southeast Michigan, and we invite you not to be strangers, but to take advantage, consider taking advantage of all that we have to offer. Now I'd like to call, once again, upon our president, Mr. James Binder, who has some business to conduct. Mr. President, if you would.
Thank you, Ken. As this is our 75th anniversary, I'd like to add a kind of a special touch to it. I'd like Oscar Scheidel to come forward. Thanks, Oscar. Right here. All right. We would like to pay special recognition to Oscar for outstanding contributions to the Deutsche Amerikanische Schützenverein. Oscar has been both the inspiration and driving force behind this club for many years. He's a 60-plus year member of the organization. He's been the Schützen King 4 times. He's been German American of the year 2011 through 2012, and he received the Presidential Service Award from the President of the United States in the year 2013. Everybody give Oscar a big hand. Oscar, I know you've seen this photo before. We're going to make sure this gets hung on the wall at Schützen House. Okay? Thank you. And if you'd like to give it back to me, I'll put it away till it's time. We'd also like to take this opportunity. There's a protective cover inside, so we make sure to get it home in good condition. We're going to make a few other presentations right now. And Ken, I need your help on this, starting with.
Marking 60 years of membership, we have an award for Oscar Scheidel. Thank you. And marking 50 years of membership, I'd like to call to the podium Mr. Franz Binder. Recognizing 40 years of membership, I'd like to call up Erika Arndt. And marking 40 years of membership, we honor Klaus Schultz. Accepting on his behalf is his wife, Helga. Schützen, if we can honor the recipients of these awards in our customary fashion with a Dreifach Gut Schuss! Gut Schuss! Gut Schuss! Thank you.
Wait.
Oh, hold on, please. We have one more photo request. Thank you. Thank you once again, Mr. President, Herr Ehrenmajor Scheidel. All right. Thankfully, it looks like I'm running out of notes here. Thank you. I love you all and appreciate the support. Thanks. Let's see if I can stretch this out a little bit. Okay, once again, let's turn to our program book. Actually, in the program book, you'll find a wealth of information on the accomplishments of our members behind the sights of the guns, as well as details noting their long years of membership of many of our current members. I'd love really, to run through all of those with you. But in the interest of giving our band leader, Mr. Schober, who I hope hears me and realizes this is a 2-minute warning. Tommy? Will we see him? Let's see. All right, well, while we're waiting, I encourage you to enjoy the program book at a later date. And a reminder that our raffle sales remain open. As soon as that band gets out here again, I'm sure the ladies will be roaming the hall. And again, I believe there'll be somebody out here selling raffles for these baskets. We'll get to that drawing before too long this evening. Before I close, if we can have a little bit of a thanks for the hard-working staff here at the Carpathia Hall. The ladies in the kitchen, the servers, all the staff. All right, let me close by offering a heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you in attendance for helping us honor the traditions that we hold so dear, and assisting us in remaining, as the slogan goes, treu dem alten Brauch. Thank you. Enjoy yourselves this evening. Good evening. God bless. And good schuss. Good night.